and welcome back. Remember, we are shooting and broadcasting from the beautiful El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma, an adults-only and gourmet-inclusive resort in the heart of Riviera Maya. Also, stay informed 24/7 by logging on to our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and don't forget to follow us, of course, on social networks. You'll find us as Mexico News Network. Now let's continue with more information. Pineda Covalin is a 100% Mexican brand, a showcase of Mexican and Latin American cultures through colors, patterns, and shapes. A brand that has reached international markets and presented the magic and passion influenced by the history of Mexico and its popular arts. Today, it is a brand that is present in many countries and keeps innovating every single season, surprising us with the beautiful designs and interesting proposals. Cristina Pineda and Ricardo Covalin founded Pineda Covalin in 1996 with the objectives of sharing the richness of Mexican traditions, cultures, and natural beauty with the world by portraying them on a fashionable product such as scarves and ties. It would eventually grow into the great brand it is today, offering many more fashion products and accessories. Pineda majored in textile design and Covalin majored in industrial design. Both created a brand with the purpose of portraying and honoring Mexican culture in a sophisticated as well as original way. The products are mostly made in silk, and the textile designs are amazingly detailed and unique. Each of the designs share a story of the inspiration behind it. Pineda Covalin is now an international brand which can be found in over 100 different retail stores, including flagship stores in New York, Mexico City, and Cancun. It is also present in the countries such as Greece, Russia, England, Spain, South Africa, Nigeria, and Peru. They are currently planning a franchise plan to reach other places across the world. This fashion brand is more than clothes and accessories. It's an invitation to travel through history and discover the cultural treasures and traditions of Mexico and Latin America. For the people who enjoy the cultural heritage or admire their country, Pineda Covalin provides the opportunity to wear a unique, colorful, elegant, and sophisticated garments. After 38 whole years of research, scientists at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, led by Lurival Domingos Posani, have discovered 2 new ways to employ scorpion venom for the benefit of public health. What the team found was a new procedure to take advantage of the peptides contained in the venom. These little proteins are used by the arachnid not to harm others but to protect its organism from bacteria. This makes the peptides an ideal antibiotic, even more effective than those currently in use. This brand new antibiotic, currently being reviewed by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, has shown to be greatly efficient in the laboratory when interacting with certain viruses, fungi, and bacteria, such as Escherichia coli. According to Domingos, the development of this new antibiotic will improve public health, which is currently affected by the increasing inefficiency of antibiotics, which are often provided in large quantities, compromising the health of other patients' other organs. The second use attributed to this poisonous substance is its effect on human lymphocytes, which could prevent the development of autoimmune diseases such as diabetes type 1, psoriasis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Thousands of animals are venomous, from snakes, scorpions, spiders, and bees to lizards, octopuses, fish, and even snails. Researchers still haven't studied or unleashed all the medicinal properties of these thousands of different venoms, all of which are seething with various toxins, proteins, molecules, and enzymes that could potentially be used to treat diseases. For more information, coming up, Scientists from the United States National Aeronautics and Space Administration, better known as NASA, see the possibility of finding life in other worlds as something tangible, enough to be done within the next 10 or even 20 years. In their search for other habitable planets, NASA's top researchers have stressed the importance of water for the development of life as we know it. Currently, the focus is on finding extraterrestrial life in hypothetically microbial form. The researchers claim to have the needed technology and have stated that they already know where to look for it. It really is just a matter of time before they find it. In a press release from NASA, Chief Scientist Dr. Ellen Stofan stated the very real possibility of finding life on other planets within our lifetime. Visual analyses have already been made out of the surface of the moon orbiting planets in our solar system. Notably, Ganymede and Europa, Jupiter's moons, are believed to conceal large liquid oceans beneath their icy crusts. A mission to Europa is planned for the year 2022 in order to clarify whether or not this moon is potentially habitable, as well as searching for signs of alien life form. A closer astronomical object of study is the planet Mars, in which the most recent development is the discovery of calcium perchlorate, a substance commonly found in salt water. Dr. Morten Bo Madsen, head of the Mars group at the University of Copenhagen, stated to the Daily Express, under the right conditions, it absorbs water vapor from the atmosphere. The soil is porous, so what we are seeing is in fact the water seeps down through the soil. The discovery is groundbreaking, as water in liquid form was in fact confirmed on the red planet on Monday. Prior to this, the existence of water on Mars had only been known to exist in a frozen state at its poles. It would be speculation to suggest that there could be life underground, as we simply do not know that, stated Dr. Madsen. But what this discovery does show is that there is evidence of water on Mars itself. Now, moving along, on April 15th of 1957, radio programming was interrupted by news of a tragedy. A TAMSA plane had crashed on the 54th and 87th streets in the city of Mérida, Yucatan. There were no survivors. The aircraft pilot was Captain Cruz, better known as Pedro Infante, the idol of Mexico's cinema industry. His career was one of successes, achievements, and recognitions, honored by thousands of fans that still gather at his tomb every single April 15th. But behind the classic image of the Mexican macho, there was a humble, benevolent, and at times shy man. Before he became famous, Pedro Infante had worked as a carpenter, barber, and singer in bars and restaurants. Even though a legend of the Mexican film industry today, his beginnings as an actor were rough. One anecdote tells how in the middle of a dramatic scene, people started to laugh at Pedro's acting. To date, When the Heart Speaks holds the record of the movies with the least time in its theaters. It was exhibited only one day. Nevertheless, his luck changed when he met Mexican director Ismael Rodriguez and actress Blanca Estela Pavón. With them, he developed his skills as an actor and singer, becoming an international sensation. On the screen, he was the stereotypical joyous Mexican, a macho and a drinker. In real life, however, Infante was a strict teetotaler. His drunk scenes were in fact the result of years of observing patterns at the cantinas. Rodriguez and his mates always admired Infante's knack for imitation, his vivacity, and quick understanding. This talent would be awarded with the Silver Bear of the Berlin International Film Festival for the movie Tizoc. Pedro Infante became an idol of the people due to his kindness and warmth toward his fans. He directed much of his proceeds to the poor, according to his personal assistant. Almost 300 families depended on his charity before his death. According to recent research, diabetes was the reason of his devotion to exercise. This disease affected his eyes during the last years of his life. His doctors had in fact warned him to use glasses to drive, but before his death, Pedro had survived 2 plane accidents that left him with injuries, scars, and a titanium plate in his head. Despite absolutely everything, he continued with his hobby, which ultimately led to his demise. This was all for today. Thank you so much for staying with us. Let me remind you that we are broadcasting from the beautiful El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Thank you for staying with us this time. I am Elisa Carballo, your host, and don't forget to follow us on social networks on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. You'll find us as Mexico News Network, and also stay informed 24/7 by logging on to our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. We'll see you next time. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.